am I'm like an hour away from when I'll have to go to the airport for my London trip. I did write this morning as usual. What did I write? I wrote like almost 3,000 words again. I think closer to 2,500. Basically, like I've done away with the daily word count because I know I have to get one chapter done each day. So I'm just like going with the goal of get one chapter done each day, and I'll be done on the 30th. So that's what I'm doing now. I am like trying to super quickly eat this pomegranate so it doesn't go bad when I'm away. I'm also watching Alexa's reading wrap up. And then I got this package. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but it's in like a blank box. Ugh, it's so hard to do these things. It is what I thought it was. So I got this Rockwell razor. So this is a safety razor. So the thing about a safety razor is that it's reusable for one, and you just change the blades, and the blades are actually also recyclable. So this is like part of my plight to be a little bit better and to like get more reusable items. Be a little bit better about that. Like for my trip, I have a collapsible reusable cup for like hot and cold. It also has a silicone straw so that when I like am out and about, if I order like a takeout coffee, or not coffee, I never drink coffee, like a takeout tea, I can use that. I have reusable bags. I also have reusable produce bags, which for me, when I like take them out, I use them for like when I go to like a coffee shop and I want like a croissant or a bagel or something, I can have them put it in that instead of putting it in like a wax wrapper that's gonna get thrown out or recycled or whatever. I'm trying to like use just less waste in general. My like major weakness with it is that I like order shit online all the time, which always comes in so much packaging. But yeah. So I'm gonna go to the airport soon, and so the next time you see me will be in London. Really great about my Airbnb picking. I just looked online. I just found something online and it's great. It's like really central to the area that I'm staying in. It's like got a bunch of shops right alongside it, so it's on a main street, so I can feel a little bit better like at nighttime if I'm walking back, because it's not gonna be like just me on like some weird dark side street that nobody's walking in. Like there's lots of people walking back and forth here. It also means I have to walk less. Yeah, so that's great. I'm in London, obviously. Well, not, yeah, obviously, because I showed you all those clips before. Obviously, I'm in London. This is my room. That's basically it. This is my bed here that I'm sitting on. And there's my little desk. I got a little closet type thing up there. And that's pretty much my room. There's like a communal kitchen and bathroom. And that's fine. I'm honestly fine with just having a room. Like, I figure I'll probably be out a lot anyway. And it's got a desk, which is nice because then I can sit there to write, which I still have to do. So my flight left at 8:50 p.m. Canadian time, and then it was a 6-hour flight. But then in the 6 hours, like when I got to London, it was 9 a.m. So I like slept for like collectively 1, maybe 2 hours on the plane. The turbulence was really, really bad. So it was shaking the whole time. And then like people were doing stupid stuff that people do on the plane. Like one lady's using her phone flashlight to like read her book instead of the overhead light. So then she kept turning it and it like flashed directly in my eyes. People on planes are like the worst. It's like people forget basic human dignity. Anyway, I'm very, very tired. So I think I'm going to have a little nap and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do some writing or do all my writing. I guess we'll see how I feel, and then I will go out exploring as a treat for doing writing. Look forward to it. I'm very sleepy. So I slept for like 11 hours basically. Yesterday also I was supposed to write before I went out. I didn't do that because by the time I'd also slept for like 3 hours in the afternoon, and by the time I'd woken up it was already like dark, even though it was only like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go out right now. So I went out and explored a bit. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I didn't have like a proper plan in place. So I went out and explored a bit. The place that I thought it was gonna take me like hours to like explore, it actually only took me like 20 minutes to explore. So then I kind of just like found food. I went to a taco place. It wasn't good. It was like, I didn't even want tacos, but I couldn't find anything good nearby, and so I just had that, and it was bad tacos. But they did have frozen margaritas, and that was good. And then I had to come back after that and try and write, which I did a horrible job at. Like, I finished my words, like I got it done in the end, but it was just like, I was not in the mood for it. It took me like 3 hours to write what I could have done in the morning in like an hour. So that was hard. This morning I slept for 11 hours. I was so sleepy when I woke up. I wrote again. It like took me a lot longer. I also wrote a lot less. Just was not super motivated. I just like feel like last year I didn't have this much trouble with jet lag. It's like I've aged 5 years in a single year. To like last year to this year. I'm so tired. Anyway, I finished writing for the day, so now I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna make this more presentable, and then I'm gonna go to there's a Sunday market, so I'm gonna go check out that, and then maybe like go somewhere else in London, like take the underground somewhere and explore some more. So yeah. So today's day 3 in London, and day 25 of NaNoWriMo. So I went out earlier. I went on a Harry Potter walking tour, which was cool. That was fun to kind of like walk around and like hear some of the like where some of the Harry Potter scenes are shot, and some like J.K. Rowling trivia, and some like just like London stuff thrown in. So that was cool. And we ended up doing that for like, it was like 2.5 hours. It was actually like pretty long. And then we ended right at Borough Market. I hadn't planned on going to Borough Market until Wednesday because apparently like today is not like the full market. But then I like really all I wanted from Borough Market was these donuts. Oh, there we go. One is praline and one is vanilla. I'd seen those donuts on Instagram, and that was really the only reason I wanted to go. So then I was happy enough doing that. So I don't know that I'll go back, but maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. So I did that today, and then I was like, I'll come back to the room and like eat and chill out for a bit. And then I'm going to try and go to Dishoom for dinner, as well as like a ethical clothing company that's near there. I wanted to go look around in that shop too, so I'll do that later on. And yeah, I did. So my writing this morning, I messed up my time, so I actually didn't give myself enough time to write, but then I finished anyway, so whatever. And this was really unexpected, I ended up gaining the writer tears badge because I like cried a bunch writing my last chapter, which I was very shocked by. I really didn't expect to get like emotional about it, but then I did. So hopefully when people read it, they also get emotional about it and cry, because it is kind of like, I think when I thought of it, it didn't seem as emotional, but it really ended up being that way. But essentially it's kind of a moment in which it's hard to explain it without spoiling it, but like basically like this is just before the break into Act 3. So this is like the characters at their darkest moment. And this is kind of the uptick from that. Is it quite? I think it's, yeah, it is. It's past All Is Lost. So this is like the characters' lowest moment in their whole story arc. And then this is kind of the uptick thing that happens that kind of like brings them out of that funk, or not brings them, enables them to have the confidence to bring themselves out of that funk. And I knew it was like kind of emotional, but I didn't realize like, anyway, I was very shocked that I was like super crying doing this. Like my eyes were like blurring. I had to like wipe my eyes so I could see the screen. Anyway, so I want to finish on the 29th. Before I was gonna do a NaNoWriMo, like the vlog on like the Thursday when I usually post, Friday when I usually post videos. And then I was gonna do a second special video on the 30th, but now I'm just like, why would I do that? Whatever. So I'm just gonna like post the vlog at the end of November. And so it'll be this vlog, and then it'll also be my like wrap up thoughts at the end. So probably this will be such a super huge long vlog, and I hope you guys are still sticking it out with me. Day 20. Basically like 500 words away from my goal of 70,000 words for the month, but I'm not done. So I have 2 chapters left. So I have the final chapter for, I have the final chapter for the second POV to still get done. And then I have the final denouement chapter, the big like wrap up of everything. It's basically that bit at the end where you wrap everything up nicely, or like almost nicely if you're doing a series, but I'm doing a standalone. So wrapping everything up nicely so the reader can feel some fulfillment. It's the resolution essentially. And I just used to just like end it on the big fight. So I got to do that still. So it's going to be a little bit over my goal of 70,000 words. I think probably like 73,000, but maybe 74, maybe 75. I don't really know, but we'll see. And then that'll bring me to like a final word count of 90,000 words or 95,000 words probably. Yeah, so I have to do that. Yesterday was good. Yesterday I went for some tea. I got some tea and scones, which like they looked really small. They were like that yay big, but then I was so full I actually didn't even eat everything. So yeah, smaller portions can really be a lot better. And then I went and I hung out with my mentee from when I did the Avengers of Color mentorship. They live in London. Yeah, they live in London. London is very big. I'm always like, right? Yeah. So they live in London. So I went and I hung out with them and had dinner, and that was really nice. It was like really great to meet one of my mentees in person. So yeah, did that, visited some family briefly. I have a bit of family here that I wasn't really that much in contact with before, so I went and visited them, and that was about it. And today, well, I went to the
British Museum, but then I like didn't manage my time well, so then I actually could only be there for like 20 minutes to make it in time for dinner. So I'm gonna go back today, maybe go to the National Portrait Gallery. I'll see how I feel, but I'm gonna go get lunch first. I'm gonna get a meat pie because I had one last time and it was delicious, so I'm gonna get a meat pie for lunch, and then I'm gonna go back to the museum. Yeah, and I was talking about this on my Twitter, but like museums are just like really great for inspiration for book ideas. I was in there, like for 20 minutes and I had so many ideas and I was like, oh, I need to go back, and I want to go back and actually like look at the map properly because I want to like see if they have some African collections and look at that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today.
I'm done NaNoWriMo. It's what is it? It's the 28th, so I'm done 2 days early. But yeah, I'm finished. I am so excited. This is the most I've ever written in a month, like ever. My final word count for NaNoWriMo is 75,000 words. So I did 75,000 words in a month, which I would never ever in a million years ever thought I would have done. My goal was 60,000. This is beyond that. My whole book is finished now. My first draft, done at 95,000 words, which is more than I thought it would be. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm really happy. I've drafted 2 books this year. This is my second book that I've drafted this year, which I also never thought I would do in a million years. Still having a full-time job, not being like a full-time writer or anything. And I'm just like super excited. I also did something a little bit weird this time. I went and I wrote the last chapter first, and then I went back and I wrote the second to last chapter. I usually don't write out of order, but for whatever reason, like the final chapter was so very clearly in my head that I needed to do that before I went back and did the chapter before. So yeah, I'm finished. Reflections for NaNoWriMo 2019. It's a bit of a whirlwind. For one, I didn't think I would actually get to do NaNoWriMo this year. I thought I would end up doing edits on my Black Witches book, which is coming out summer 2021. But I actually ended up I'm not going to get my edit letter till like late December, early January. So then I got to do this, which was great because I was so excited to do this. And then I had set that like a little bit bigger goal, and then I had actually achieved more of a goal. So this is really the best NaNoWriMo I've had. And I also will say this is the calmest NaNoWriMo I've had. I think because I have my book deal now, I could really just write and focus on writing a good story. Whereas every other book, because I've been like so hungry for publication, I've always been so distracted by feeling like, is this good enough for publication? Is this good enough for publication? And I would get so distracted and so wrapped up in that. And now I feel like I was a little bit more free this month with my writing. Overall, it's just been a really great experience. I've gotten to do these vlogs, which obviously I've never done before because I didn't have an AuthorTube channel before. I felt really ingrained in the community. This was the first year that I went to a live write-in. And previous NaNoWriMos, like this is really the most I've ever interacted with other people talking about NaNoWriMo and like sharing in the journey together. This is really the most connected I've ever been for NaNoWriMo, and that kind of really like makes me feel warm and fuzzy about success and like the fact that I was able to reach my goal for this nano, which makes me feel really nice about myself. Not to say that if you didn't reach your goal to feel bad about yourself, please don't. Literally, if you've written anything for nano, that's amazing. And I will say that till the end of time, because if you wrote 100 words for a day, it's better than writing no words for the day. And even if you write no words for the day, sometimes that's the way the day goes. Yeah, so that's kind of my reflection for this year's NaNoWriMo. Thank you so much for following along with my NaNoWriMo journey through these vlogs. For watching my advice videos. You can see all of that over here. I'll link it for you to watch it, and I'll also link it in the description. And so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post Tuesdays and Fridays, and I'm going to be going back to my regular schedule of a long form video on Tuesday and a short form video on Friday. So look forward to that, and you can subscribe if you want to see more of that. And now that it is the end of NaNoWriMo, because I'll be posting this on the 30th, so it'll literally be the end of NaNoWriMo, what reflections do you have about your NaNoWriMo experience? Please comment below with your reflections of your NaNoWriMo experience and we can chat about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!